All right, so we're out with Mr. Blue here, and we're just gonna do an evaluation and some practice with his social behaviors. He seems to be a little bit uncomfortable sometimes with strangers. Usually, he's a little bit more reactive at night and also more reactive in close quarters. So, for those reasons, I have him just on a slip lead so I can easily correct him if necessary, right, and pull him in. And also, when he lunges forward suddenly, the pressure that he creates will also correct him automatically as well. And then we have an anti-bark collar on too, on just beep and vibrate to help with marking and disrupting his behavior when he starts to bark or overreact at somebody or something. Okay? What I would recommend, and something that we'd given to his father before, is a collar that works off of the pressure. And that would be a good thing to have in situations like this, because that way, as soon as he starts pulling on it towards somebody or lunging, it'll automatically trigger for him, and he doesn't have to worry about pressing another button or correcting Blue as well. We can really concentrate on redirecting Blue and having him sit and be calm while he's meeting somebody new. Uh, Went out, tried to go a little bit earlier today, but got stuck in some traffic, unfortunately. But there should still be people around the shopping center here, um, and then of course by the Target. So we're just gonna make our way around. We actually don't want too many people too, so that way it doesn't startle him more than necessary. But sometimes just the random single person could be a good enough one. Good boy. Yes. Oh, good job. Yeah. Good boy. There we go. So that's all I would do is just really get him to refocus on to me when people are getting close and having him remain nice and calm for a treat. That way you can, avoid all the incidents and getting him used to being in a busier environment at the same time. Still make it a good positive experience for him, especially if he hasn't been able to kind of get out and socialize much back at home. This will be a good way that he can kind of catch up a little bit, give him an opportunity to relieve himself here. And he still does most of these things on his own. He's just a little bit more excited now than usual and kind of all over the place just because of the environment, but he's not pulling too badly. And I can also correct him pretty easily by nudging him back in. So, good boy. Hi, big guy. Good boy. Up here. Good. Heel. Good boy. Yes. Good. Wait. Heel. Good boy. Yeah, his walking behaviors and everything are still pretty good there. Just needs practice is all. And especially with redirection and refocus when he is probably unsure of something is the most important thing. Got people coming up out of the door here, so we're going to use that as an opportunity for him. So being aware of your surroundings so that way we can kind of set them up for success really helps there, right? Good boy. Yes, good boy, right? So he's much less likely to overreact and snap or bark because we were further away from the door and you can kind of see them coming in. But if we were continuing on our path and just walking right by the door, then them coming out right as we're passing could be enough to kind of startle them. And especially with children, you want to make sure that he doesn't scare them back by overreacting or barking or snapping at them. She's pretty interested in going into the stores. Good boy. Hi, big guy. What? You want to heal again? Okay, heal. Good. Touch. Good. Heal. Good. Wait. Heal. Good boy. Yeah, he does really well for treats, so it's always good to have some on you while you're working with him. Yeah, so we have somebody else coming up front there. Yeah, good. Did well there. Hi, how you doing, big guy? Going by the pet store. We got some people coming in and out, so what we'll do is we'll hang out here, wait for them to go by. Just see what he does without being prompted. Oh, careful. Somebody didn't pick up after their pup there. Definitely don't want him stepping in that. Good boy. Hi. Yeah, you're a good boy. So you did good there. Good boy. And this is a good way to get practice with him as well. Um, just staying outside of a store that's really busy and having people come and go across your path. That way you could also play around with distance, right? Because we know that sometimes he feels a little bit more insecure or threatened if a stranger is walking closer to him. So we can start far away and get him used to strangers walking around him, and then eventually, get closer and closer to where we're almost like walking through people as well. Huh? Oh, what else is coming out and going in? So we'll go ahead and try to walk on over to the target. Got some smells there we're pulling through. Got, got some kids and stuff coming up here. I'll also let him take the lead a little bit just so that way I can more easily see what he is focusing on and record him, as opposed to him being either beside me or behind me. It's a little bit harder to read. But so long as we have enough space from people, we'll have plenty of time to react. And also, if we keep good leash manners and practice, then we're not worried about him going too deep into someone else's space as well, in case he does, panic and lunge or anything like that. Yeah, so luckily at least, hey, big guy. So luckily at least the target still looks pretty busy. So we'll go record and work here for a little bit, and then we'll head back in for dinner time for him. And so far he's been doing pretty good. He said a lot of it is just based off of his insecurity and just needing more practice being out and about in social situations around new strangers. It's always good to get practice with him redirecting in public, anyways, even when he's not overreacting. That way, when you actually need it, it's a lot more conditioned. And he's doing really well listening. So what we'll do here is we'll do a couple of warm-up passes when we have plenty of space between people, but he can definitely see a bunch of people around. And then we'll do a pass when he's in a closer proximity or heel walk. Um, and then we go like right in between or behind people as well. Okay. And as I say that, nobody ended up showing up, which is fine. We'll go ahead and check the corner here and get ready for another walkthrough. Okay. Good boy. Yeah, big guy. Yeah, good boy. Right. Good job. So we got some families and kids coming through here, so we're gonna let them go first. Then we're gonna come with. Good boy. Good boy. Yes, good boy. This is usually a good spot too. It's just kind of in between the entry and the exit. Good boy. Good boy. We'll let him focus on this person. He can redirect it on his own. Good boy. Good job. I'll give him a reward if he is able to maintain his focus and composure as other people are walking by. Good boy. As you can see there, a little bit of his uncertainty or discomfort as he steps away from people that get close to him. And that's good behavior. Now, if somebody was approaching him directly, that could force a reaction from a pup that is unsure or on the skittish side. Good boy. Yes, good job. So I'm definitely going to reward him whenever he steps away from somebody, right? It's a much more socially acceptable and appropriate behavior for a pup that's unsure of situations than, lunging at somebody that goes towards him. So that's good. I'm going to go ahead and keep this nice and short, and it's going to look like a lot of this kind of practice beforehand. Hi. Good boy. So you can definitely see his uncertainty, right? Not overreacting by any means. Good boy. And he's redirecting really well. But you can tell that he's going to definitely need a lot more practice in this kind of situation before he actually feels comfortable around new strangers approaching his space. And that's probably the cause of his reactivity. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll keep doing this exercise for a little bit. You can tell his tail is down. He's a little unsure of things. Um, Good boy. We'll, we'll keep practicing this for a little bit, and then we'll move on to walking back and everything. We'll keep it nice and short for his dad. I think you can see pretty much everything that he's needed to. We also don't want him to snap or bark at anybody, but he's doing pretty good already. Good boy. Yes, good boy. I was just looking at some kids there and just redirect it back. What I would do, especially if he was going to meet children or anybody, is have him on with a muzzle. So you can see here, he's a little bit more freaked out as a lot more people are coming in and out. Okay. Especially at the same time with the doors going off. But he's still not in like total panic mode or anything like that. Good boy. So you can see his tail is down. He's moving a little bit away. He's a little overwhelmed for sure. It's okay, big guy. So what I would do in this point is also give him a break to either move him a little bit further away, give him a break in general, because you can tell by his body language that he's just not comfortable in this situation. And when a dog is not comfortable in this situation, they're gonna react negatively 9 times out of 10. Luckily, right now he's reacting negatively, but in a good way. You know, he's kind of startled. He's moving away from people. He's making space that way. The way that we want to, of course, avoid him making space because he feels like he can't run away or needs to defend himself is by snapping at people and moving forward. So he's he definitely needs some more social work overall, but his behavior is actually really, ooh, there we go. It's actually really good for a pup that's a little uncertain about things. He's definitely a little scared. It's okay, big guy. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna definitely give him a break right now. He did really good for the amount of stress you can kind of see that he's in. So we definitely don't want to push it. Can make it more into like a positive experience for him. Usually starting with like friends and family, people that you know are closer to you, so that way you know you can give them a treat and give him time to move into their space, right? And feel rewarded for it and be able to smell. Just make sure that you know, they stay nice and still, or they don't push into his space when he's uncomfortable. Um, because we know that he can definitely be friendly. Just it's just that initial apprehension that he has to work through. And you can definitely see a lot of those same issues there right now. So go ahead and pause this. Do one more blue. Oh, good listen. Good job, big guy.